Well, everybody, it's New Year's Eve. Now, I started my channel this year. I started it like February, somewhere around then, early in the year. And a lot of things happened this year. Good, bad, indifferent, all kinds of things. All sorts of things. I've had ups and I've had downs. I've had people come in and out of my life this year. It's kind of how life is. I've had some big events this year. Shared most of them with you. Suffered silently through some of the others. Some things just aren't meant to be put on video or just meant to be put out there, period. But they happen, and I'm still here. Some pretty big events. Lost some friends, lost some family this year. And I'm not saying lost death, we just lost them. It happens. I believe there's times out there where, you just, friends move on. Family even moves on. It's just the way it goes. Or you move on from them. It's really a two-way road. But you got to power through. Yeah, it's there. You think about it sometimes. Maybe even talk about it on occasion. Sometimes you don't say anything. It's just the best way to handle it for some people. But every year, it's just another year. Just more shit, more stuff, more crap, more happiness, more joy, more sadness, whatever it may be. It's just another year. It's just another year of gravity pushing you into the dirt. So make the best. Trust me. Make the best of every day you got. Look around. See the people that are with you, faithful to you, loyal to you, care for you, respect you. Respect's a big thing for me. Respect. And then just say, those are your people for now or forever. You never know. Those people right now could not be forever. You just don't know. So you got to be the best you. You got to at least be a good you. That's what I try to do. It's hard sometimes. You saw me the other day on a video. I'm losing my shit. It happens. You're allowed. People are allowed to see it. And the world doesn't come to an end. You lose your crap. You lose your shit. I'm not even going to be swear conservative on this video. It's the last video of the year. Could be the last video ever from Dick Ritchie. It's another thing from Rich Armstrong. That's who I am. I'm not Dick Ritchie. Dick Ritchie's just a fun personality that I have in my head based off of a play on words on my name. That's all it is. I like to have a good time. I love knives. I love products. I love gadgets. I love cool things, neat things, interesting things. It doesn't matter. It could be a rock. It could be a great looking rock. But there are a few things I still have left that I didn't give away this year that I want to talk about. First, let's just get down to it. I got a Buck 110 auto. Look at this box. The box is just... There's one knife in here. And this knife isn't a huge fat knife. but it's got a huge fat box. Now this knife is on loaner from a friend of mine to review. You've heard his name through the year, and he's a buddy of mine. He's a good buddy of mine. And it's Billy. Good old Billy. Billy Screws. He's a good friend of mine, and he loves to share when he gets a knife, share it with me so I can see it too. He doesn't share it with me to say, look what I got, Rich. Looky here. No, he doesn't do that. He says, check this out. You got to do a review on this. Show the people. Yeah. He wants to share too. So in this box, there's a couple cards. Now I'm not going to know a lot about this knife. I didn't even do any research or anything. I don't even know the blade material. I'm not going to be able to tell you the blade material. I'm going to put it up here. Boom. Whenever I'm talking about it. But right now I don't even know. I'm just checking out how it feels. That's the most important thing. You know, down the road, if the blade goes dull, I'll sharpen it. I don't need S35 VN steel that hardly ever needs to be sharpened all the time. I like it, but all the time, I don't need that all the time. But this is a Buck American-made automatic knife. I think it's the 110. I've heard there's 112. I don't know. They all mean different things. But Billy said, show this to the people. So it comes with that box, which is pretty impressive. But it comes with an incredible leather pouch. Look at this pouch. Talking about a great knife to talk about on New Year's. The last year of my videos this year. Maybe the last video. I keep saying that. God, after this month wore me out, I thought, why do I do this? I don't know. Makes me feel good sometimes to talk, get how I feel out there, touch a knife, touch a product, share it with you. Hopefully you're like, man, I was looking for that knife, or I was looking for that tripod, or I was looking for that cooler. I was really looking for a good trucker hat. Yeah, I did a review on this. All right, let's open the pouch, and inside the pouch, there's a knife, of course. And in the pouch, there's a little sack. Now, in the sack, put that over there. There's this. Come on now. I'm 53. I think a lot of my subscribers are close to my age range. If not, they still know and notice a classic knife. You say, look, it's got a lockback. It does. There's the button. It's a little Buck badge. I say Buck badge, there's no Buck on there or anything. That sounds good. I like how that sounds. I think I need to get another automatic knife to show you the difference in the sounds. So I automatically wanted to push the button to shut the knife. No, it's got a lockback. Safety, kids. So I've got 2 automatic knives left in my satchel. I've given away a couple automatic knives this month. Just gave away my ProTech. I think it's already with T-Fetch right now as we speak. Okay, listen to this. I'm going to hold it closer to my mic. All right, you ready? That was the Buck. Boker Lundquist Alluvial. The AKC Smarty. Let's do the Buck again. Hear the depth of the mechanicals in it? I can hear it. Fit and finish on this is spectacular. Now these knives are running on over $200. You might get lucky and find one just under $200. But they're running over $200. AKC Smarty, somewhere around $65, $70. The Boker Alluvial, about $49 on probably on Blade HQ for sale right now. I like this one. But the caps, the bolsters, the pins are a little proud, but I think they might do that on purpose. When I say proud, when you run your finger over them, you can feel the little nubs. So I don't know. It looks as though that's what they meant to do. The back spine of the knife is so smooth. Little rounding right there. Nice little lock. It's got that clip point Bowie style knife blade. It's really sharp. I gotta guess it's got a hollow grind on it. I've got to guess it's wood handles. I've got to guess the blade material on this is going to be like a S30 BN steel. I think it's going to be. There you have it. That's the Buck 110 Auto. Great knife. Awesome knife. American made knife. Next thing I want to show you. It's a knife made by my cousin, Bob Ralph. I've got a good video back in the day when I just did the videos of my hands and my arms, and my voice and the knife. I think I did a nice video. I'll try to link it to this video, but it's out there and it's a really good video of me explaining this knife. Look at that thing. I think the handle's made out of walnut. Look at the fit in my hand. Just a little nub I like. The blade does this nice tang right here. It's just, and then he's got the sharpening toil on there. My cousin made this. Look at that Damascus. He made the Damascus on this. He's no longer with us. And it's kind of a cool story because I never met him, but he was my cousin. He was like my fourth cousin or something like that. And we were best friends on Facebook. He lived in Rochester, New York. I lived in Indiana. We didn't know each other growing up or anything. He was older than me, probably about 10 years older than me. But we had the same politics and the same likeness in life and things that we like to do. And we got along great. And we're always back and forth on Facebook having a blast. Yeah. Bob Ralph. Another thing. I don't get along with my father. He and I never really got along. It was up till about 4 years ago. Parted ways. Haven't talked really, and we just recently communicated, and it didn't go very well. I tried to reach out a very fragile olive branch, and that olive branch didn't work. I said fragile because I wasn't apologetic because I didn't do anything wrong other than be a hard ass, which I can be, and I am a hard ass. But I do want to shout out to somebody who's no longer here, and it's Steve Robinson. Really, the Robinson family. The Robinson family, back when in West Virginia, I was 10 years old. I met a kid named Robbie Robinson. Let me show you a video of him. He's Bobo. He was just visiting the other day, and he was in the guitar video that I did. He and I have been friends since we're 10 years old, and I'm 53. 43 years. Well, his dad ended up becoming equally as good of friends as Bobo is to me.
I'm sending this video to Dickie Styles, aka Ace on Knives, and we have been friends for a long time, and he's going to edit most of this out. This is where you edit it, brother. I consider you one of my best friends. You're the hardest person to be friends with, honestly. You need to understand that I am a dirty, filthy animal, and I love sleeping in the wood shop. So the beauty of Ace on Knives, which probably none of you know, is that Rich Armstrong named that company after my dad, who was a very good father to him. And we lost him a little while ago. It's been tough this Christmas. But Rich never forgot his roots and where he came from. I am a dirty, filthy animal. I get it. But you, my friend, are a good friend. Sometimes. Sometimes you're a turd. I watch your videos and I just scratch my head and go, is that the dude I grew up with so many years ago? But there are very few friends. You can count them on one hand, less than one hand. You can always count on. And even though I don't really like you that much, I know that I can always count on you for bail money. So, yeah, we've been through it, dog, thick and thin. And I appreciate you. It's about as much of a good as I do a good fart. I love you, brother. Gotta go.
That was nice, wasn't it? Now, little couple side hand swats because that's what we do. We're friends. We're old friends. So we're also Gen Xers. So we got to be sarcastic. We have to be snide. We have to just be assholes sometimes. It's just the way we are. But I am tough to be friends with. I expect a lot from my friends. And if they don't provide anything reciprocal to what I provide, I'll just back away or I'll let them know. It's just how I am. If it doesn't work out for the friendship, it doesn't work out. Oh well, move on. There are billions of people in this world. You can find another friend. Trust me. Sometimes you can't find other family, but you can find friends that are a lot like family, and that's what this is Ace. I've got him tattooed on my knuckles. I've got tattoos on this arm that go down to my wrist. They all kind of mean something to me. I'm not going to get weird and goofy about tattoos. I don't like that. Well, this means one time I was doing mushrooms on the mountains of Hawaii and I saw a gecko and the gecko spoke to me. So I had to tattoo a gecko on my forearm. No, I'm not that guy. But when I have events going on in my life, I said, why not? I'm going to throw a tattoo on there. Well, my buddy Ace passed away. And a couple years ago, I said, I've got to memorialize Ace on my tattoo arm. Because that's the only place I have tattoos. And I said, where should I put a tattoo of Ace? So his nickname was Ace. Because he had other nicknames. Nickname he had growing up was Wheat. I love that nickname. Like wheat, like bran and wheat, oats and barley, wheat. I love that nickname. It was great. But he moved on to Ace as we got older. So he's like, he's like 20 years older than me. He's like my dad's age. He and my dad grew up together. But he and my dad weren't friends. Me and him, through Robbie's brother Mike, Robbie's sister Rachel, and then Robbie's mom, BJ. Billie Jean Robinson. She's an incredible woman. She's still around. She's fighting a good fight. She's an incredible woman. I lost my mom when I was 15. The whole small town in West Virginia where I grew up, Wellsburg, West Virginia, all my friends, even people that weren't my friends, all the parents, they felt bad. They were like, man, there's 3 kids that lost their mother. I happened to be in my teens, running around town like a maniac. When I came into their home, they treated me like I was their child. All of them. I can't name one family in Wellsburg that never treated me well and didn't treat me like their child because they felt bad. They were like, hey, but this kid's missing his mom. And his dad's a hard worker, and he's out traveling the country because he was a salesman and traveling the country selling pharmaceutical crap. This kid needs love. He needs parenting. He needs to be raised by the village. That's what Wellsburg did for me. I don't really go back to Wellsburg much now, especially since I don't really communicate with my family much or at all. But I do appreciate and want to appreciate. This video is like about the appreciation of the quality in life. Buck knives. Good friends. Friends that are like family. Friends that become family. I turn my friends into family because I lack family that I really have anything to do with. And they become good parts of my family for either brief moments, long moments in my life. And I understand that they may come and go because they aren't really family. But they're incredible, wonderful people that are very similar to family. Because sometimes that's what you got to do. You have to find what's most similar to family to help give you that strength, the strength that you do have family. Now, this man right here was Robbie's dad, and he was an incredible father. He was an incredible leader. He was an incredible man, and he did it all not by being like an alpha and in your face, barking orders. He did it with respect. This guy would walk into a room and nobody would know who he was. By the time he left the room, everybody would know who he was. But they didn't just know who he was, they knew what he was. He was a good dude. Was he an academic? No. Was he an astronaut? Hell no. Was he anything like what people consider special? Probably not. But he was all of that and more because he appreciated things. He appreciated people. He would walk up to you and say, Hey, my name's Steve. Or you can call me Ace. How you doing? And the guy would go, doing fine. I said, well, what do you do for a living? And the guy will say, well, I'm a diesel mechanic. He'll go, you're a diesel mechanic? And he'll be like, yeah, I'm a diesel mechanic. He'll go, like, you get into the diesel engines and you make the diesel engines better and you do this and you do that. Yeah. What else do you do? What? Man, he cared. He cared about what you did. He cared about things. Man, if I hadn't seen him for a while, he'd walk at me and say, Rich, you're not going to believe what I saw. And I'll go, what'd you see? The most beautiful sunset this morning. I mean, it was fantastic. It was the colors, the clouds moving in and out, the sun coming up. You could just see the top of the sun, the vibrance, the trees. I wish you were there. I wish you would have saw that with me. And I'll look at him, I'll go, sunset, Ace? Are you kidding me? You just, all that time? He'll go, it was great. And then I'm going, man, I wish I would have saw that sunset. I have another buddy who does that. He sends me pictures of the sunset because he gets up early and he's at it. My boy Danny. Yeah, I tell you, it's good having close friends. It's good having people you love, people you trust, people you like. You know, it's also good when they go in and out too, because, you know, you need those emotions. You need those things to make you feel something. You gotta feel something. But yeah, you know, I don't have a lot of family. My friends, I'm getting grumpier. I'm internalizing closer, more into my home and my property where I just I'm gonna loosen up here. don't have a ton of people going in and out of my life anymore. And I'm okay with that. I'm really good with it. Sometimes you're like, oh, well, you know, it'd been nice if I had this guy over. Man, I hadn't seen him in a long time, or this or that. But then, you know, I'll get on a project and I'll forget all about it. Idle hands. Yeah, don't forget that. Keep yourself busy. Find things to do. When you start feeling a little down, a little depressed, you start thinking about things you shouldn't be or don't want to think about. Now that gets me to the final giveaway of the year, the final knife of the year, the final subscriber of the year, who's going to win the TRM, but the TRM Neutron 2, I believe, is, and that's another thing. I can't remember if this is a Neutron or Neutron 2. I think it's the Neutron 2 due to size. But this is American knife, Three Rivers Manufacturing. Yes, CPM 20 CV steel. It has G10 scales that all you got to do is unscrew these two screws and then these two screws. There's one behind the clip and then the clip, take the clip off. And these just come off. And then there's a titanium knife, titanium fittings, titanium frames, liners, whatever you want to call them, titanium clip, titanium hardware, titanium thumb studs on the CPM 20 CV blade. TRM knife, Neutron 2, thumb studs, drop point blade, full flat grind. Looks like it has a stone wash. I'm not sure. It's definitely got a stone wash. This knife is not that heavy at all. It's super thin. It's just a unique piece of quality, minimalist quality that TRM does with their knives. I've given away a few this year. I gave away the Shadow. I gave away an Atom. And I feel like I gave away one other one. I can't remember. But I've got it in this Voss Deed pouch just to keep it safe. And then I've got it in the Voss Deed tin. This subscriber has become a friend. He's a friend of mine. He's my buddy. And he's been with me since the very early stages of the game, commenting on every video. Good, great comments, making me feel good, giving me confidence about keep on doing what I'm doing, making me feel good about things the whole year long. Gets on other streams and he promotes my channel. He's just a great dude and a deserving fella. Cliff Barron. I'm screwing up his name and I'm supposed to say he's a good friend of mine. Beef Barron. I don't know. He's probably going to chew my ass out now for not getting his name right. But Beef, subscriber of the year for AOK product reviews. You had some competition. You had some tight competition. Some dudes. I've got some great dudes on my channel, man. These guys are just, I love them. I love everybody. But Beef, you rose above the ball. You're my main dude, and you deserve that knife. And I'll be shipping it out to you after New Year's. Who knows? Maybe I'll get on here later because I've got 5 bottles of bourbon behind me and it's New Year's Eve. Maybe I'll send another video later on today of me drinking bourbon by myself, probably with all my friends and family. Hey, if you can't laugh, man, you need to try.